Documents that have been uploaded to your OneDrive storage space are private by default, but can be shared with colleagues who are part of the same company network. Now, from my files below, if I would like to share a file, you'll be able to see on the right-hand side if the file has been shared or is currently marked as private. By default, any files that you upload or create will be marked as private. In order to share a file, you can select the file on the left-hand side, and if you go up to the top within the menu bar, you'll see the option Share. Now, when you're sharing a file, a link will be sent to specific users if you've indicated those users below. By default, it's going to choose people within my company, but if I select this option, you'll see that you have the option to select anyone with a link, people with existing access, or specific people. If I want to choose anyone with the link, I can select that option. You'll see that when this option is selected, you'll have additional options below, such as allowing editing. If you don't want to allow people to edit your document, you can uncheck this box. But if you'd like to allow users to edit, you can check this box, and you can choose to even designate an expiration date for access to this particular file. To do this, you can select the field, and a calendar will appear above. If I only want to grant access for 1 week, I can select 1 week ahead in my calendar, and after that week, the link will no longer be accessible. You can also choose to add an optional password to ensure security. After you've added your password, you can choose Apply at the bottom of the menu. If I want to add specific users to receive this link, I can choose the field above and start typing in the name of the user that I would like to add. I can select them from the list, and I can choose to add another. I can also choose to add an optional message which will be sent within the email. Once I've added my permissions, as well as users, I can choose Send to send the invitation. Once the link has been sent, my colleague will be able to access the link, and be sure if you've added a password to share that password with a specific user. If you're looking to share a folder, you can do the same. So if I deselect my file that I've already shared, I can go up and select one of my private marked folders. And to share this folder, you'll notice that you have a share icon just to the right of the folder name. Once you select Share, you can choose people within your company by default, and you can add specific names of individuals in your company that you would like to access this folder. Once you start adding individuals, you can choose Send at the bottom. Now, once you start sharing folders and documents, if you would like to manage those permissions, you can do that as well. So if I deselect my folder, and I go down my list where I have another shared file, I'm going to select the file, and if I go just to the right and select Show Actions, you'll see from the menu that you have the option Manage Access. Now, if you've already shared your document or folder, once you select this option, you'll notice at the top that you have the option to grant additional access. So if I'd like to add an extra individual, I can select this option, and I can type in their name, and I can grant them access. Now you can choose the permission, whether they can edit or just view, by selecting the drop-down menu. So if I only want this person to view the document, I can choose Can View. I can choose to add an optional message, as well as notify the people that I've shared the document with them. I'm going to select Grant Access. Now, if you're looking just to share the link, you can also access that option directly from the Manage Access menu. You can simply go down and copy the link, and you'll be able to share this link within a messaging service such as Teams, and the user will be able to automatically access the file. Again, this will depend if the user has the permission to access the file if they're in your company. Once you start sharing your document with other users, you'll be able to view those users below. For example, I can see that I am the owner of this document, and I can see that I've granted access to another user. If I would like to change their access, I can select the drop-down menu and choose Can View, or I can choose Stop Sharing altogether. If you're sharing this document with multiple people, to save time, you can go back up to the top of the menu and choose Stop Sharing to stop sharing with all individuals. Once you select this option, you can confirm by choosing Stop Sharing. Now I can see I'm no longer sharing this document, and to leave the Manage Access menu, I can select the X in the top right-hand corner. Now, in order to see these changes reflected within my file on the right-hand side, you may need to refresh the page. So now you've seen how to share your files and folders with other users in OneDrive.